Hello, welcome back to my channel, even though it's been like a year since I put a video up, but it will not be like that anymore. Hopefully, I've got plans, so we'll get into that later. Today, I decided to make a video about how to make your own glittered acrylic for your nails. A lot of us who do nails go out and buy from the nail supply stuff like this, which is acrylic with the glitter already in it, which is great. It's beautiful, but a lot of times it costs a lot more. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll swatch it for you in a bit. A lot of times it costs a lot more because it's already pre-made and it's sold as a specialty glitter and all that. So I went to Michael's yesterday, and let me tell you, that store is dangerous, especially for anybody creative at all. Doesn't matter really what you're doing, but they especially have a lot of stuff you can use for your nails. So first things I got were these little canister things, which I'm gonna put the little mixtures in. I definitely want to find some better ones, a different shape. But this is what I seen, and I just grabbed them. They were only like $1.99. Sorry if you can hear me over the crunching. This is not ASMR. Okay, so yeah, they've got like a little thing on the top, a little sifter. So they're probably more for like fine powders, but they'll work just fine for the mixing we're going to be doing. So we can make a few different colors and have them separate. Also, I got this. It's by Createology Glitter, and I don't know what the color is, but it's, if I had to describe it, it would be more of an orangey, bronzy color, which I was kind of looking for a rose gold type color, but I didn't really find that. But I also got, this is by Art Minds Glitter, and this has little tiny squares of gold and silver. I thought that would be a cool texture to add in, like a mixture with a bunch of different ones. And then also by Createology, I got this, and this is assorted glitter, and it comes with two different colors. It comes with super sparkly pink and like a orangey color, peachy color, which I'm obsessed with. I want to do a whole set based around this color with accents and stuff like that. So yeah. And then I also got by Createology, and this is just a glitter pack. It has all different colors. The glitters are about all the same size and everything, but I thought it'd be cool to mix and match some of these different colors and put different textures together. I'm really curious to see how this one's going to turn out because it's such a fine glitter. So I really want to see how that one's going to come out when we do the clear with it and everything. And then last but not least, by the same Createology, it's these little mylar chunks, and they've been cut into little pieces. I've played around with these a lot. Hang on, I gotta go calm my dog down. Sorry about that. Renee got home and Evie was crying because she had Gabby with her. Those are our two little dogs. Anyways, also, I'm going to throw out there that along with making videos again, I'm also learning how to edit videos and stuff like that. So a lot of my videos will be pretty raw in the beginning, and I will learn along the way, but I couldn't keep putting stuff off because I didn't know how to do something. I just wanted to get it done, or else I would just never make videos, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So anyway, so I was showing you these, all the different colors. They're so pretty, and let me tell you, this is a fraction of what they had. I had so much more stuff in my cart that I wanted to get and try, but it would have been so much at once. So I figure, why not try one thing, a little bit of different stuff, and then when I come up with other nail ideas, go get more stuff, and it'll keep it fun that way anyway. So I kind of showed you, these are the set I have on right now. It's jelly polish. It's kind of hard to tell, but the pink is clear and see-through, and the acrylic underneath is just super clear. This was my first time sculpting nails with nail forms rather than using tips. So I was pretty proud of how they turned out. They're super long, but I'm pretty used to long nails anyway. But these are probably longer than I've had them. Especially when I go to work and stuff, it can get a little rough, but I'm pretty adapted to having long nails. So, but yeah, this was fun, end of summer look and stuff. So I'm really excited to get into some new stuff. So I'm going to go through and open this stuff, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, hopefully this angle and everything will be all right. Um, so I got my little cups laid out. That way we can do different mixtures and stuff. Um, First, what I want to do is I'm going to show you what these look like. The ones I got from the beauty supply or the nail supply. This is a blue glitter number 33, but this one was mixed with clear acrylic already, so it's ready to go. And I kind of wanted to show you what they look like so you know what these should kind of look like as well. This is by the same company from the same nail supply, and when I bought this, I was very new to doing nails, and I thought this was the same as this, but this is actually just a glitter, and these were pretty expensive from what I remember. Definitely around $15 or $20. I can't remember exactly. This is $129, but this one is good for what we're doing now because we can actually add this into the powdered acrylic too. We can do this solo with clear acrylic, or we can add this into one of our concoctions. But again, for this, you could probably go to Michael's and get the same type of thing and add a bunch of glitters together and spend a lot less money. It's all going into powdered acrylic anyway, so you don't need the glitter to be outrageous or whatever. So I'm just going to take some of my monomer here. We're going to put it in my dapping dish. Just a little bit because we don't want to... We're not going to be using a lot to just swatch the colors. So, and I know my dapping dish is very dirty. I need a new one. This is the one I use pretty much for crafts and stuff like that. So get my brush wet so it's ready to use. And if anybody wants to know, I just got this brush and I meant to get a size 10 because I want to move up in my brush size. But this is the Pana, and it's the Finest Kolinsky 8S, and I ordered it off Amazon. I've heard really good things about the Pana brushes, and they're not that expensive. It's hard for me to tell how much I care for this one at this point because it is the same size that I've been using. Actually, I think it might be a size smaller than the one I get at the beauty supply. But yeah, I want to start practicing with bigger brushes. This one does come in handy for certain parts of the nail. But again, we can get into all that in a different video, just for those who are curious about what kind of brush it was. So let's go ahead and swatch this. Again, this is the number 33, and it's like a blue-purple acrylic, or glittered acrylic, I should say. So I'm just going to take a clear nail tip here. This is a size I don't use. So I figure I use this for swatching. Take a small bead, get off some of the excess, and just show you what this is. This stuff is so pretty. Hopefully we can come up with something just as pretty mixing them ourselves, which I'm sure we can. It's hard to go wrong with glitter in any aspect. Forgive my powder to liquid ratio here, because this is not how I would be holding this to do nails. So I promise this is not what I do on myself or a client. So let me hold this close so you guys can kind of see. And of course this is going to dry and it has no top coat. It's kind of hard to tell what it looks like. But as you can see, it's very light reflective. You can see all the glitter. Depending how thick you do it, it can get pretty opaque. or you can get it more clear too. Sorry, I'm trying to get it as close to the camera without it being blurry, but anyways, you get the point, right? So let's see what we can do now by mixing. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add the glitters I want before I add the acrylic, the clear acrylic. That way we can kind of see what we're working with. So I think first what we will do is we're going to take my variety pack here, and I want to make kind of an all over multicolor. So let's do, I'm going to take the silver at the top, lay that there. Let's do turquoise, purple, and maybe some lighter purple. And some black, maybe? Yeah, so let's do those. So we got black, we got a lighter purple, kind of a aqua color. This color's so pretty. I would love to do a combo of variations of this color, but I didn't get glitters for that. Here's some purple, or darker purple, and some silver. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these open. I kind of saved the silver and rose gold to mix with the bigger kind of brassy color I got earlier. I showed you earlier. Pour that in. I'm going to use pretty much half the pack, a little more than half the pack. Again, I mean, you can make I suggest just making small sizes at first and playing around with color variations, and you might fall in love with one color combo or whatever. You might want to add to it later, and then you can always make a bigger portion of it. So I suggest paying attention to what colors you're adding in and how much you're adding in. That way, if you do love it, you can always make that again later, you know. Something I'm thinking about doing is I have a bunch of ideas for stuff I want to make and all that. Ooh, that black is pretty because it kind of reflects like a purple too. I didn't put a whole lot of that in there because I don't want it to overpower everything else, but we can always add more later. Anyways, so if you guys end up liking these acrylic combos, these glitter combos and stuff, and you're just not into making them yourself, I'm thinking about starting an Etsy account and selling acrylic powders, like mixtures I make and glitters, and I also have some ideas for shirts I want to make and stuff, and just all kinds of little ideas that it's not enough to start a whole business over, but Etsy is really good for that type of thing. So I'm just taking the bottom of my tweezers. These are tweezers that came in a kit I bought on Amazon for jewels and gems, and I'm just mixing that around, and it is so pretty. So now we're just gonna take something and add the tiniest bit of clear acrylic, and what I'm using and I've been loving lately is the Mia Secret clear acrylic powder, and this comes out really clear, which is what I love about it. Again, I got this off of Amazon, and it's better than the stuff I was buying at Sally's or from the beauty supply, because I was just getting the generic kind from the beauty supply, and it was really good at first, but I think the mixing has been off and I was having a lot of trouble with it, so I was looking for something new. And they do sell a lot of the higher end acrylics, but someone said this was really good and is very lower in price and stuff, so I definitely suggest, especially if you're a beginner and stuff, it's really easy to work with. And like I said, I sculpted these with it, and it's holding strong. I haven't had any issues. So I'm just going to take this clear tube, and I'm going to use it to pick up my acrylic, and it's not even filled to right there. And we're just going to drop that in there, maybe a little bit more. Start with a little bit at first, because you don't need it to take over. You just need it enough to when you wet it that it holds it together, because like I said, usually when you're yeah, let's add a little bit more. When you're gonna be applying this to someone's nail, or your own nails, most of the times you encapsulate your clear acrylic or your glitters anyway. That way they stay in place, and when you go to file them, you're not going to file them away. So yeah, you just pretty much need the little smallest amount. We're going to go in for a third. I'm just kind of eyeballing this. Like I said, this is the first time I've really mixed these myself, so it's going to be trial and error. We're learning together here. So let's get this all mixed. And every time you go to use these, you want to shake them up real good. Make sure all the powder's not sitting on the bottom. So let's test this out. Now, this may be enough, this may not be, but it's better to start out small rather than adding way too much in the beginning. Then if you're out of glitter, you're kind of stuck with that. So let's get some monomer on my brush. Dip this in. You got a bead, so that's good. Put this here and dab off your brush. It might be a little hard to work with if you're not using that much, but honestly, all you need is that acrylic to hold it in place. And when it hardens, it's not going to move around. You can kind of do a little design with it, and then you can go on with your work. So that's what it's looking like. Very, very pretty, especially when the light hits it. Oh, that's so pretty. Reminds me very mermaidy. So let's let that sit for a moment, and I want to see when it dries, was there enough acrylic in it or not. See, on camera it's looking like there's a ton of acrylic powder, but it's really not. Like when you look in the top, you can barely see the acrylic powder. I think that's going to be the perfect amount, maybe a tiny bit more. It just depends how opaque you want your glitter. So we'll let that little swatch dry and see if we're going to need to add any more. If it moves around too much still, then we will add more. This is the swatch of the glitter I bought from the beauty supply. You can see it's very pretty too, but kind of foggy. Obviously they're going to pop a lot more once you get clear coat over it. Okay, so moving on to the next. I could take more of these and make different concoctions just like we had, but I just showed that. So one thing I am going to do is I'm going to take some of these gold colors off here. I'll set this aside. So we got these 3 gold colors here. One's a rose gold, one's like a bronzy gold, and one's a real gold. I'm going to take some of those, and I'm also going to take some of this bigger chunk glitter. Like I said, I didn't see a name on this one, but like I said, it's like this orangey, brassy color, kind of copper. So this is a little bit, oh, you know what? This is actually the same cut, same size glitter as the little packet, so that's disappointing. I thought it was a little bit bigger. That's okay, it'll still come out pretty. My point was to try and use different variations of glitter, different sizes. That way you can get a really cool textured look. But I'll show you something that we can do instead of adding all the same colors in or the same sizes. So I'm going to take this rose gold here. This is so pretty. I wanted a big thing of glitter this color rather than the orangey or copper, but that's still very pretty. So I'm going to take this, add that in, and then set that to the side. And then what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take the gold that I got from the nail supply, and since this has all different flakes, all different sizes, very soft powdered glitter to big chunks, I'm actually going to add some of this in. That way we have different variations and not just the same size flakes. Now again, this video is to avoid buying something like this, but if you aren't really caring about, you know, the price and everything, you just want to make something pretty, it's something special for your birthday, or a client is requesting something very unique, then hey, what I just suggest is if you are spending more money on something like that to make something unique, obviously you can figure it in with the price. Just talk it over with your client and everything. So that's completely personal and up to you. So I'm just gonna mix that. I'm excited about this one. This one's gonna be so pretty. And like I said, if you don't like exactly how it turns out, you can always add more later. So you can add and switch things up. So this one, I am going to use a little bit extra of this because of the different sizes of glitter. That way we really ensure that it holds it in place. So I know that looks like a lot, but it's really not. See up here, it's just barely over that line. I may have put my foot in my mouth and added too much too soon, but we will see. So that was like 3 little, I should have got an actual measuring spoon so you guys knew exactly how much, but this is pretty easy to just eyeball. I wouldn't stress about it too much. This is supposed to be fun, not stressful. So then I'm just going to take my little tweezer and my little nail tip, pick up some monomer, wipe it off on the side, pick up a bead. Sorry about my angles too. I'm going to work on that when I'm actually doing my nails and stuff on camera. That way you guys can really see what's going on. So see, this is a good example. When I'm putting the clump on there, it's not really spreading the way I want it to, so that means we should probably add some more clear acrylic. I'm very happy with the color that's coming out, so that's good. See? Trial and error. In the beginning I thought I added too much too soon, but I was wrong. I actually needed more. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try picking up the tip with my pinching tool. It might be easier to hold. Oh yeah, much better. Sorry it's so blurry. I don't know if it's because of the... It's hard for you guys to see. Oh, that's annoying. Again, I will work on the quality of that. I just felt like I was making too many excuses of why I wasn't making videos, and I wanted to make videos, but I didn't have the right equipment and stuff, but I just want to start, and you know, the more I do it, the more effort I put in, I can work out these kinks later, you know. So that is so pretty. I wish it wasn't so foggy so you guys could see. There we go. Look at that. It is so pretty. I wish you guys could see this in real life. One thing I would do is add some more of that nail supply glitter so you get more of a variation. But just think about this on a nail, like with some foil and some diamond. Well, you know, Swarovski. I need to learn how to say that right, because I swear I butcher it every time. To the point I don't even want to ask the lady at the store where they're located, because I don't want to say it wrong. And then she's going to laugh at me. But I said it wrong anyway, because I sure did get some. Okay. Moving on to the next one. This one I am so... Oh, you know what I wanted to do? These square little gold and silver. I should have added those into this. Should we do it? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, glitter mess. Let's add a little bit of those in there so we can see what it's going to come out like with that texture. You know, it used to be a thing that silver and gold, you shouldn't wear it together because it clashes, but it's in right now to wear mixed metals. So if you feel like it's going to look good together and you want to wear it, then wear it. I know I used to try to get the most crazy color, design, everything on my nails growing up when I started getting my nails done. I wanted the most outrageous design. I wanted them to pop. I didn't want plain Jane, and you know what? I'm still that way to this day. So I've definitely changed my thoughts on what is attractive and looks good, you know, as far as your nails go. I'm into a lot of different things. I remember when I made the jump from wearing my nails just plain square to wearing them long, super long, and it was kind of like an oval. I didn't wear them super pointy, but ever since then I've been hooked on the newer, when all the coffin styles came out and all that, and we stopped wearing just square or oval. Whoever started that trend, I would love to shake their hand. Even now, I've been playing, now that I know I'm into the sculpting, I've been thinking about different shapes I can do that nobody else is doing. So we'll see what we can come up with. Anyways, okay, so I'm getting some of that monomer after we added some of those square flakes in. And I added some more clear. That was definitely too dry on my part. Okay, let's try that one more time. Again, we might need to add more acrylic because this is so thick. Yeah, okay. So let's add some more of that clear acrylic. See, that's why we're making this video, because you want to make sure this happens before you go to use it on somebody other than yourself. And then someone's looking at you like, what the heck is that? What are you doing to my nails? No, I am not paying you. I'm going next door. No one wants to hear that, right? So let's get, I kind of got a wet clump in there. See, this is why I put paper towel down, because this is becoming a mess. And it doesn't have to be a mess like this either when you're making it. Don't let that turn you off, you know. I'm just trying to focus on getting it in frame and everything rather than keeping it clean. Okay, so let's try that one more time, or 5 more times, however many times it takes. It does look really pretty when I wipe it onto the paper towel, I will say that. Okay, let's try this again. This just might be more finicky because we do have all the different shapes in there. This is where really working it right to the nail. Like I said, you're going to be encapsulating this, so it doesn't have to come out perfect. It's more the design that you see from the glitters that we're working on here. Oh yes, this would be so pretty. See, look at that. Not my best beadwork, but look at all the different glitters and shapes. Oh, I love it. Okay, So yeah. See, with more the different shapes and stuff like that, obviously we had to go in and add more acrylic, clear acrylic to hold it together because there was a lot going on compared to the other ones. Only had one shape of glitter to worry about. So, yep. I mean, you'll know when you're doing it, you'll know. So, let me go ahead and clean some of this up, and I'll be on with my last and hopefully favorite color. I'll be right back.